Hello, everyone. Buenos dias, buenas tardes. I hope wherever you are, things are going well. Thank you for tuning in to episode 28 of Wine with Wanda on Instagram Live. I thank you all for tuning in. I know you have many options for your Instagram wine entertainment and information needs. So I thank you for staying on this journey with me. So I'm really excited about today. Today we're going to a place that I've never been to, but through its wines and also through the poetry of the wonderful Pablo Neruda, I feel a connection to Chile. So I'm really honored today that in a few minutes we're going to be on the line with one of Chile's most esteemed and talented winemakers, Enrique Tirado of Don Melchor in Chile. And they make wonderful Cabernet Sauvignon. And I want to start with a little story before I bring Enrique on. I fell in love with this wine the first time I tasted it about 3 years ago. It arrived as a sample, as wines do when you're in this line of work. The bottle looked interesting. I really didn't know much about it. I grabbed the bottle, took it to dinner with friends, and we all loved it. We had that moment where you take a sip and you look at each other and go, wow, this is a special wine. It was just really captivating and majestic and evolved in the glass. So that was my introduction to Don Melchor. The next morning, I decided to do a little research and quickly discovered it was no ordinary Cabernet Sauvignon. So, it was first created in 1987. The second vintage, 1988, became the first Chilean wine to be named to Wine Spectator's Top 100. It's like the Oscars of wine. Since then, it has placed in the top 100 9 times, including 3 placements in the top 10. That's an amazing achievement. It really is. So today, we're going to get to taste the 30th anniversary vintage of Don Melchor Cabernet Sauvignon, Puente Alto Vineyard from Chile, and it retails for about $120. And I also have the treat today of getting to taste the 2016. So I'm going to look and see if Enrique is on the line so we can add him in. This is always the fun part. You're all always so patient with me when the waiting for internet to do its thing. So here we go. All right, for some reason it's saying unable to join. Don Melchor, I see that you're watching. If you can send me a message, it says unable to join. Now, you can only do Instagram Live from a mobile phone. So if you're trying to join from your laptop or any type of computer, it won't work. It has to be your mobile phone. So I'm gonna give it another try. Maybe Enrique's trying to do it from his I hope this is Enrique. We'll see. Otherwise, we're all in for a surprise. ah, there you are.
Hello.
Hello,
Hello, Wanda.
Enrique. How are you?
Fine, thank you. And you? How are
Good.
you?
Nice to see you.
My pleasure. How is
Yes.
doing? How is
Good.
going?
Going
Good.
okay. You know, the last time I saw you, I guess, was about a year ago or so in New York. So,
I remember. Yes, I remember.
yes, the
Fine.
world has
So
changed.
thank you. Thank you so much for this opportunity to talk about Don Melchor.
Oh, thank you. I mean, I know how busy you are and very much in demand. So I thank you for taking the time. And as I said, you know, very authentically, you know, I was a stranger to Don Melchor until about 3 years ago. And when the bottle arrived, I really didn't know much about it. And when I tasted it, me and my friends all looked at each other and said, wow, this is something special. So it
Great.
really is
Great.
a gorgeous, gorgeous wine.
Great. Thank you.
So
Great.
before we start on the wine, I would love to know a little bit more about you. I know you've been the exclusive winemaker for Don Melchor for 20 years now, since 1997, correct?
Yes, I am in charge for Don Melchor since 1997. I was in the teams in 1995. I started in Conchitoro
Mm-hmm.
Group in 1993. And really, I finished my study at the university at the end of 92. So January 93, I was in Conchitoro. And then 95, as I said, in the Don Melchor team. and in charge for Don Melchor since 1997. So it's a long history. All of my life.
Well, what
behind,
a great long history to have.
be-
Did you come from a family that was involved with wine? Was that a part of your life growing up?
not particularly with the wine, with the fruit, with the nature, yes, but not the wine on the table always. Every week, every weekend, I remember in my family, in my house family. Yes, I remember the wine on the table every weekend, sure. But producing wine, no. But with some fruit, anything.
Wonderful. So
Yeah.
Don Melchor started in 1987, Cabernet Sauvignon. I would love to talk a little bit about the location of the vineyard and what
Yeah.
makes it so special for growing Cabernet Sauvignon.
Yes, that is very important. Yes, because at the end we have a really unique, a fantastic place for producing Cabernet Sauvignon base. Yes,
Hmm.
it's a terroir. It's Puente Alto appellation. It's very small appellation, located located at the foot of the Andes mountain.
Hmm.
So in Chile, we have the different valleys. So Puente Alto is located into Maipo Valley.
Okay.
So, but more precisely, we are on the north bank of the Maipo River. And as I said, at the foot of the Andes mountain. So we have a huge influence from the Andes mountain in terms of weather, in terms of soil. The weather is moderated by the Andes mountain, by the Andes influence, sorry. Uh, every night, cold wind blow down from the Andes and refresh this area at the foot of the Andes. So at the end, we have a greater difference between day and night temperatures. And that's very important. You know, that situation allowed us to maintain all the fruit character, the freshness, the maturity until the end of the season.
Of course.
And so we have a weather moderate by the Andes, and also very important, the soil. The soil is alluvial soil, it's Andean material carried down by the Maipo River. So it is rocky, poor soil, poor in terms of nutrients. But at the same time, we have some complexity into the soil. It's not only stones and sand. We have a lot of stone, bigger or smaller. We have clay, sand, lime, very different nutrients, different elements into the soil. So that complexity also allowed us to make a wine with a complexity. So if you have complexity into the soil, you can make complex wine. That's the key relationship. So we have weather and this influence, stony soil, rocky soil, and the Cabernet Sauvignon base. In the vineyard, we have 127 hectares. We have 90% Cabernet Sauvignon, and then we have Cabernet Franc, Merlot, and Petit Verdot. But always in the final blend, behind Don Melchor in the final blend, we have 100% Cabernet Sauvignon at the beginning, and then over 95% Cabernet Sauvignon, and we added Cabernet Franc, Merlot, or Petit Verdot to the final blend. But always Don Melchor, you can see, and also you can see on the label, you can see Cabernet Sauvignon.
Yeah,
so
it clearly says, yeah.
So it's a Cabernet Sauvignon expression from Puente Alto appellation. So it's a very unique place for producing Cabernet Sauvignon base wines.
Wonderful. Now, I was looking back at my notes from when we met last year, and one of your quotes really stuck with me. And you said, Don Melchor is not a single Cabernet Sauvignon, but multiple expressions. So I know that 127 hectares you have divided in various ways.
Yes.
Can you talk about that a little?
Yeah, great. Yeah, great question, because it's very important, that concept behind Don Melchor. It's true, we have one single vineyard, 127 hectares, but we subdivided in many different small parcels. Today we have, not today, since 20 years ago, we have 151 parcels, small
Wow.
parcels. So less than 1 hectare. And that is very important behind the blend, behind the Don Melchor wine, because at the end, each parcel adds to the final blend different aromas, flavors. You can feel the Don Melchor personality everywhere in the whole Don Melchor vineyard, but each parcel, for example, the parcel number 1 adds more finesse, more red fruit character. Another parcel adds more concentrated wine, more tannins, more powerful wine. Another parcel adds to the final blend more energy, more freshness. So that is very important. That is very important. I have here the map. Can you see that?
Perfect.
Yes. Yeah, so you can see the different parcels we subdivided in many different parcels. And so when we make the blend, we have on the table, we have 150, 180 different wines. So we taste 1 week looking the best Don Melchor. So that concept is very important, because I'm totally sure at the end, our complexity, the Don Melchor expression, the Don Melchor consistency comes from this concept, comes from this parcel concept. So as I said, the last year, it's not just one Cabernet Sauvignon expression. We have different Cabernet Sauvignon expression, and that's very important when we make the final blend.
Wonderful. Are there some favorite parcels or some core parcels that, and I apologize for all the noise. I am in the heart of Manhattan, so anything can happen.
Don't worry.
But are there some favorite parcels or each vintage, some that are so consistent that you know, like these are my babies, that they're going to be an important part of the blend?
I try. I have 100%, but always, yes. We in the final blend, we have some selection. We use 60%, 70% in the final blend.
Okay.
So according to the season, according to the weather, we can use the northern, southern, the west area, the east area. So according to that, we change the parcel that we use in the final blend. So it's true, as you said, yes, some parcels are more consistently every year in the final wine. And some parcel, 1 year yes, 1 year no. So yeah, some area every year 100% in the final blend, and some areas, some parcels 1 year yes, 1 year no. So according to the year we can use, because that concept, that division in the vineyard we made according to the soil, because we have Andean material, stony soil, but we have more or less clay, more or less sand, more or less stones, more or less water in the soil. So we have the soil, and then we have the vineyard expression. So according to that, we subdivided also the vineyard. And the most important, we subdivided according to the wine expression. So as I said, yeah, we change. We can use a different parcel in the final wine. We spend 1 week making the blend, tasting. Every day we taste 100, 150 wines.
Wow.
Looking the best wine at the end. Yes.
Yeah. Well, it keeps your work very exciting, to think that every year you're kind of assembling this puzzle. It must keep it very new and invigorating for you, that it's never going to be exactly the same.
It's absolutely, yes. I think it's the best week in the year, because it's the week that you evaluate the full year, all your job in the vineyard, the winemaking process. So when we tasting and looking the best Don Melchor, and our goal is to make a wine that really express its vineyard. Not only the best Cabernet Sauvignon. In my style, my philosophy is very important to make a wine that really express its terroir, the soil, the weather, the Cabernet Sauvignon parcel concept, but a wine that you can feel the Don Melchor personality every year. We create the best wine every year that we can make it, but I think we create a new Don Melchor every year. We start in some way. We start free in order to make the best Don Melchor. The philosophy or the character behind Don Melchor comes from the vineyard. We respect the natural expression from each parcel from the vineyard. So in that way, we keep the Melchor personality, the Melchor character every harvest, every year.
Fantastic. Well, I think we should taste now. What do you think?
It's a very good
idea. So which are we starting with?
I think 16. We have 16, and yes, so this is
So I'll show the 16, everyone. This is 2016 Don Melchor Puente Alto Vineyard Cabernet Sauvignon, and it's about $120. Believe me, it's worth it. It's a wonderful wine. You don't know how tempted I've been. I've had these 2 bottles, safely tucked away for today. It was very hard not to open them before now.
Yeah, so
they're really aromatic, good, like the fruit, but also like there's an herbal quality that's coming out. It's really
totally right. Yeah, 16 was cooler and rainy than normal. So you can taste a lot of fruit character, but also some, as you said, some herbal in a good way.
In a good way.
Some mineral notes also, like a graphite, like a ash, cold ash.
And also just quite juicy. I mean, the tannins are quite delicate.
Yes. The wine has amazing, delicate tannins, finesse, balance, a lot of harmony in this wine. Yeah, it's very. I think it's a refined tannins, delicate tannins.
And so I'm looking at the 2016. So it's Cabernet Sauvignon 93%, but you also have a little Cab Franc, little Petit Verdot, and a little bit of Merlot to kind of round out the blend.
Yes, it was the first time that we added in the final wine, the final blend of Melchor, the 4 varieties that we have.
Oh, this is the first time. Oh,
yes.
Interesting.
Yes, and so yes, because in the past, at the beginning, the Melchor was 100% Cabernet Sauvignon. The first time that we added Merlot was in 1995.
Okay.
And then we added Cabernet Franc since 1999. And in 15, we added Petit Verdot the first time, and 16, the 4 varieties. But as you said, 93% Cabernet Sauvignon.
Yeah.
So the base is the Cabernet Sauvignon. And we added Cabernet Franc, Merlot, and Petit Verdot.
Yeah, what I always enjoy about Don Melchor is that it's that great balance. I mean, it's definitely a rich wine. It's bold, but it's so balanced and so elegant, and it's very approachable. It's the juiciness, the acidity, the tannins. It's not overly oaky. Everything is just so in balance.
Yes, totally. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we are very concerned about that when we make the blend. About the finesse, the balance, the quality, the complexity also, and you can see that in this wine. The wine shows the fruit character, the mineral character, and with a lot of, as I said, with a lot of finesse, balance. The tannins, very delicate tannins.
Mm-hmm.
I love this 16. The wine is getting more and more complexity, more and more expression. When we made the blend, I remember I thought, okay, it's a good and mature,
Mm-hmm.
but it is amazing. Every
Yeah,
year, every day, it's getting more and more complexity.
exactly.
Today I can say it is one of the best on mature.
Wow, you heard it here first, people. One of the best. I have to say, I agree. I'm going to show the bottle again. So 2016, Enrique is very proud of, one of the best. But
Thank
no,
you.
it really
Yes,
is.
yeah, it is. It is a fantastic wine. And when you taste the wine, the first attack is soft, fine, and then you have a line, very long line
Mm-hmm.
in the mouth, and at the end you can feel again you can taste the fruit character, the mineral.
Yeah, it's just a wine that, I mean, each sip, it's evolving so beautifully.
Mm.
So fruit and a little bit of savory, like the earth, a little bit of like mushroom, just really so many interesting layers of flavor here.
Yes,
What do you
right.
like to eat with this? Do you have any favorite dishes?
Oh yes, a lot of different meat and pasta, red meat and lamb. Lamb
Ah, okay.
is a good, very good match with this wine.
Yeah. That's one thing,
No,
even in New
uh,
York, we don't see a lot of Chilean food. So, we need
yeah,
more Chilean restaurants.
yeah, but a lot of red meat and also pasta and seafood. Seafood more grassy, more smoky seafood. Yeah, you can try also with that. I
Okay.
did. Yeah, I tasted in Japan one time with sushi. Was great.
Really? With sushi? Okay.
Yes. So
That's
because
interesting.
because the wine shows very fine tannins, fine
Mm.
texture. So you can match with different food,
Yeah.
you can try.
Yeah.
I invite you to try with different food. Absolutely.
Absolutely. I love that.
Yeah.
That's part of the fun. I think
Yes.
sometimes we
Yeah.
can be so rigid about food pairing
Yeah.
and wine and have fun with it. And you might
Yeah.
discover some new
Yeah. Feel
things.
sometime. Yeah. Feel free in order to try different food, different texture, different aromas and flavors.
Yeah. Great. So
Yeah.
should we try the 30th anniversary vintage?
Great. Yes. And
2017. So here
yeah.
we are. So it was introduced in 1987. So this is to 2017, makes it 30 years. And
Yes, and also it is very important vintage because with this vintage, the last year we create the Viña Don Melchor winery.
okay.
So now we are part of the Conchitoro Holding, but we create Viña Don Melchor. It's an independent
Oh, okay.
winery. So yeah, we break with the Conchitoro portfolio
Yeah.
wines. So now we have a Don Melchor winery, Viña Don Melchor. So you can see the
Oh, I see that. Yeah.
uh,
At 30 years old, it's time to leave
yeah,
home.
yeah.
Don Mature has grown up.
After 30 years, yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. So I know right now that, travel is not possible, but when the world reopens again, so can visitors visit Don Mature?
Yes, please, please. Yes, we have a Don Melchor experience. You can visit us. You can taste. You can visit the casona, the house, the old house, and you can visit the vineyard. You can taste the wine. You can taste the different parcel
Oh,
also.
really?
Yeah, you can taste the different parcel. You can make the Don Melchor blend,
Oh,
and
okay.
so I think it's a great experience because you can better understand what happened behind Don Melchor. How's the soil? How's the weather? How's the history behind Don Melchor? And yes, we have a Don Melchor experience. So please, yeah, when I think next year,
Yes, we pray.
yes,
We pray.
yes,
So
you can wait.
2017 is a little different, the blend. So now we're at 98% Cabernet and just 2% Cabernet Franc. No
Yeah.
Petit Verdot, no Merlot.
Mm, yes, it's true. Yes. Um, mm, it's fantastic.
Nose is
Um,
different on this one for
yes,
sure.
yeah, more red fruit.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, it's richer, bolder kind of
Yes, a lot of
nose.
yes, yes. Um, yeah, we can taste the wine.
Wow.
Mm.
What was the difference in terms of the harvest, in terms of the season? Was it
Yes,
warmer in 2017?
yeah, it was if was like warmer than normal
Mm-hmm.
and dry than normal.
Okay.
So that situation, for that reason, at the end, it was a perfect weather or condition for producing Cabernet Sauvignon. So for that reason, at the end, in the final blend, we have 98% Cabernet Sauvignon and only 2% Cabernet Franc. Um, but was warmer at the beginning of the season,
Mm-hmm.
at the beginning of the ripening season, the last 4 months. At the beginning was warmer, and the second part was close to normal. And I remember we had cold nights. So we have cold nights. So that situation allowed us to keep and to maintain all the fruit, all the energy that you can see in this
Yeah.
wine. So it was a fantastic weather for making Cabernet Sauvignon based. And
Yeah, this one is definitely, I'm getting like some black fruit as well, flavors with the red fruit.
also yes,
Yeah.
yeah. So more a lot of expression. The wine shows the red fruit character with
Mm-hmm.
a lot of energy. Uh,
Yes, definitely.
mm.
Yeah, there's even, I'm curious, is it the same? I know you use French oak. Is it the same oak regimen for both vintages? I think you use like oak treatment.
It's similar.
Yeah.
We use 100% French oak. In average, we use 70% new, 30% one use. But in these wines, 16 has less new oak, has
Okay.
about 50, 55 new oak, and 17 has close to 70% new oak.
Because I get a little bit more spice in the 17.
Ah, okay,
Yeah,
yes,
just a hint. Yes, I was wondering. Yes, a little, and then like some very subtle, almost like dark coffee espresso as well.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
It'd be
So,
interesting, you know, I'll have to get a bottle and reopen it in like a year or two, because I think in the next couple of years, the 2017 is
yes,
really going to come into its own.
yes. So 17, you have a lot of material in this
Mm-hmm.
wine. A great density, material, long finish, good concentration,
Yes.
and always you have tannins, but good quality of tannins.
Very good. Not
Yeah,
aggressive at all.
not
Yeah.
aggressive, not dry, not green tannins. We are very concerned about that when we make the Don Melchor final blend. You can ring right now this wine 16, 17, because you can feel a soft texture, but also you can, the Melchor has a great aging potential, age potential. You can say,
And I can vouch for that, because when I saw you, I had the honor of tasting those vintages starting, I think, with the 87, and we worked
yeah,
our way through. And this is a wine that does age beautifully. It has the acidity, the structure, the quality of the fruit. So it's a nice one to collect.
so great.
Also, what I think is really important about, you know, I'll show the bottle again. I see a few people just tuned in. In terms of Chilean wine, I think so much of the messaging has been quality wine at an affordable price. And I think what Don Mature showed is that Chilean wine is capable of world-class wine that can command the price that it deserves because of the attention to the winemaking, the vineyards, just the craftsmanship, the artistry, and the scientific precision. So I think Don Mature really kind of opened up people's eyes that Chile isn't the country you go to just when you want to save money on wine. That world-class wine is being made in Chile.
Absolutely. Thank you. Yes, thank you for your comment. Yes, I think that's very important. In Chile, we have a fantastic place, like a fantastic terroir, like a Puente Alto, for producing great wine. So, yes, I am totally sure. Don Melchor probably was the first 30 years ago, but today in Chile, you have different regions, north, south, north, east, west. And today we have more wine that are showing that in Chile, we can make a great wine with a great personality also. So Don Melchor is a Puente Alto expression, it's a Cabernet Sauvignon expression. Yeah, it was the first 30 years ago. Yeah, Don Melchor, but it's true. So thanks for your comment. It's very important, yes, and we are supporting that communication. So
my pleasure. My pleasure.
For that reason, this conversation with you is very important in order to communicate that Puente Alto is a unique, it's a fantastic place for making Don Melchor and for making great wines.
Absolutely. Was there anything else you'd like to add that maybe you would love for people to know about Chilean wine in general, or Don Melchor, that it's just a key part of the message to make sure we get out there today? Because I could drink this wine all day. I've moved from tasting to drinking.
Yes, taste this wine, the Don Melchor 17, 16, and also the next vintage, the 18. Also, it is fantastic. So my philosophy is to make, as I said, is to make a wine that really express its vineyard. So when you taste Don Melchor, you can taste the stony soil, the Andes influence, the Cabernet Sauvignon. And as I said, it's a fantastic place for making Cabernet Sauvignon base. So we are very concerned about that. We are very concerned about the quality. We make Don Melchor as the best wine in the world. Vineyard management, vinification, when we make the blend. So all the vinification process, we take care about the detail. The idea is to make a wine, the best wine from this Puente Alto fantastic vineyard. So thank you so much.
No, thank you. And you've been there 20 years. I'm going to be following your career, so we can do this again. Well, we don't have to wait 20 years, but
no. You need open every week.
Exactly. Well, when you were talking about growing up and having wine on the table, I looked up one of my favorite quotes from Pablo Neruda. So I'd like to end with this.
Great.
I like on the table, when we're speaking, the light of a bottle of intelligent wine. So we're not at a table, but we're connected by wine, and this wine is intelligent and beautiful, and I think such a wonderful ambassador for Chile. So thank you.
Thank you, Wanda. I hope see you soon.
I hope so. Stay safe.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you, everyone, for watching.